time. I'm not rotating anything. I'm gonna just keep it like this right here. And then we're gonna go off the trap. And then we just about to watch our live. That's what's about to happen. That's what's about to happen. Cause the other way is just be ugly. You feel me? I know that. I know that. The other way be ugly. Okay, cool. So we looking good. Okay, we looking good. All right, bet. So I ain't really finna wait for y'all to get in here because um I wasn't even supposed to do this live today for real. I was about to think about making a video or something like that. I ain't in the best of mood, but uh, consistency over results. I've been mad about my numbers. Like YouTube, I feel like playing with my numbers, going up and down. Like it's just a lot I could be mad at or frustrated with. Um, that I could allow to affect my artistic pursuit that I'm not gonna do. So today is just a little quick story time. It's something that I experienced. It was in my neighborhood, and it also kind of goes along with the topics that I be talking about in relation to like what's the solution for us as a community, for us as a people. I'm talking about black, quote unquote, black people. What's the solutions for us as a people, us as a community, us as a demographic, and to move forward with uh, move forward with our lives. Um, Honestly, I'm gonna be completely transparent too. What prompted me to make this video was I was supposed to make this video before, but then I seen a reel from Unc where he was talking about 607 Unc, where he was talking about how um, if you keep looking at the problem, then it never goes away. You feel me? If you keep looking at the problem, if you keep worrying about how white people take you or slavery or whatever like that, then it'll never go away. There will never be any solutions to the issue. So if you stop looking at it and you stop thinking about it, then things change. Um, I understand the sentiment. I understand the thought process. However, I highly disagree. I highly disagree that if I stop looking at these people who wish me harm, who wish my community harm, who wish my people harm, then something will change or something will get better. I highly disagree. And the reason I highly disagree is because I believe we've already tried that. We've already tried to uh, we've already tried to be nice. We've already tried to be. Um, Hold on in the comments, y'all. I'm gonna get to y'all in a second. We've already tried to be kosher. We've already tried to get along and stay out the way and be good black folk. That didn't work for us. So there has to be something else, right? So my through my research and through what I've done, I believe the only way to get these people's attention is to do the same thing that they would do. They would arm themselves to the teeth, and then they would kill you if you mess with them wrong. What am I talking about? February 2025, my neighborhood in Cincinnati, Ohio, went viral around the whole world for a run-in with neo-Nazis on the bridge that was between the neighborhoods. So the neighborhoods was Lincoln Heights, Ohio. That's the historically black neighborhood that my family is from in Ohio. And then the other neighborhood where the bridge was at was Glendale, Ohio. So these two neighborhoods are connected together. What connects these two neighborhoods together, other than distance, is a bridge, right? I travel the bridge every day. I used to travel the bridge every day for work. I used to travel the bridge. You got to travel the bridge to do anything right over there. So, and mind y'all, a big old piece of property that's over there. Don't worry about it. A big old piece of property that's over there is Procter and Gamble. I'm sorry, General Electric. I'm sorry, General Electric, GE. GE, that property that GE sits on used to be. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna get to y'all comments in a minute. Uh, the property that sits on GE used to be uh, owned by the historical black community that I'm referring to, Lincoln Heights, my community. It used to be owned by that, but through intimidation tactics, bribery, and downright extortion, those white folks made sure that Lincoln Heights no longer had access to that property that GE sits on. It's a multi-billion-dollar, almost trillion-dollar property. Uh, yeah, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that, bro? Can't you see me? Let me know if y'all can see me. Is there something wrong with it? I'm watching it right now. Text me back, bro. I can hear you. Well, I mean, I can see you. Is something wrong with it? Can y'all hear me? Y'all can hear me, right? I know it's sideways, but the other way was smack. So I'm trying to do it this way. I'm trying to do it this way. I'm trying to do it this way. I can't open that right now, bro. You gotta text me. Y'all can see you and hear me? All right, smooth. All right. He was saying it like it was fucking up. Anyways, the historical black community, uh, Lincoln Heights, Ohio, used to own that land that sits adjacent from. You feel me? So it's literally like this. Like on the right side is Glendale. That's the white. I'll call it Whiteville. Whiteville is on the right side. Blackville, Blackland is on the left side. And what connects us is this bridge uh, that went viral for these let me tell you how I feel about these people that did what they did. So they're a group that call themselves neo Nazis. What they believe is Aryan brotherhood. They believe in the divine right of the Aryan, the Anglo-Saxon white man, or I'm sorry, Aryan, Anglo-Saxon white Aryan man has divine right and authority to rule over the planet Earth, and everybody that is every other race is up under or inferior to this white man. That's what they believe. Um, that's not all they believe, but in the little summary, that's what they believe, right? So we understand the characters, we understand the location. What happened this particular day in February 2025 when these people decided to antagonize Lincoln Heights. What they did was they organized themselves on the bridge, and then when they got on the bridge, they were putting up hate signs and things of this nature, and basically doing what they always do, right? They were antagonizing, or they were protesting, right? They were protesting their hatred and letting it be known to the world how they feel about everybody. I don't even remember what their sign said. I believe it said something about Jewish people, Jewish people, not the actual Jews like my people, but Jewish people, the ones that claim to have divine right and authority, the fake ones that are in Israel right now, those are fake ones, right? Those, they were protesting. I believe their sign said something in relation to those people. So, okay, smooth. Uh, I was telling you guys. I'm sorry, guys. I know I'm bouncing around a little bit, but I'm building up the story. I was supposed to tell you guys how I felt about those people, neo Nazis. This is how I feel about those guys. Obviously, their rhetoric and their feelings towards my people, is irrehensible. And if those guys ever brought harm like they were intending to do that day, we would kill them. We would kill them right where they're standing. We would kill them in front of everybody. You know. But as far as their passion and their dedication to their cause and their willingness to fight for what they believe in, I admire that. I'm serious. I admire that. I admire anybody who will get up out of their bed and take arms and go against the grain and really pursue what they believe in. These people are serious about what they believe in. I admire that. I admire that because I believe my people should be the same way. And I think we can use these people as an example. Uh, the only thing that I don't admire about these people is the ones that hide their faces. I believe that's cowardice. I believe if you're ready to, I believe in war, we should look at each other. I believe that allows our souls to be free and to exchange our hatred for each other blissfully. I believe that once we exchange that hatred that we have for each other, because the same hatred that they feel towards me, I probably feel it even more intensely than they do. But maybe I don't because I'm not willing to go into their neighborhoods and antagonize them. So maybe I don't. But I can understand their hatred to a T because I myself hate the spirit that lies within them. And if they ever brought me or my people harm, we would kill them. I would kill them right where they stand, or I would die trying. So that's my position on that. But as far as their willingness and dedication to their message and what they do, I fuck with it. I fuck with it, man. It's diabolical, deranged, but man, hey, man, these people are. So, anyways, we got that out the way. So, February 2025. I'm actually on my way to Lincoln Heights because at this time I'm not living in Lincoln Heights. I'm staying in Fairfield at the time. If y'all from Cincinnati, y'all know where that's at. I'm staying in Fairfield at the time, but I'm going back to Lincoln Heights for a particular reason. I believe I had an interview to do. I believe I did. Um, I'm going back to Lincoln Heights uh, to do an interview, and uh, I I had no idea that this was happening. As I'm on my way to go do this interview, uh, my brothers, my you know my friends that house that I'm going over, they call me and they tell me they like, yo, they doing something on the bridge. They blah, 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 blah. It's Nazis on the bridge. I'm like, what? Nazis on the bridge? No, we've lived whole lives and we've never had an issue like this. We've lived our whole life and we've never had an issue like this. Oh, I do want to give you guys a little background history though. I know I'm not reading y'all comments, y'all. I'm sorry. Let me see. Make sure yeah, I can see. Okay, cool. I didn't miss anything. But mind y'all, in this same city that I'm referring to, Cincinnati, Ohio, up until I believe like 2006 or 2008, this city used to allow the Ku Klux Klan to parade and organize themselves downtown Cincinnati, and they allowed them to have their marches. This city, Cincinnati, Ohio, supposed to be the northern states, right? Y'all think the northern states were less racist and stuff like that? If anything, they're more cowardice because they hide behind the idea of unity, and they hide behind the idea of a post-racial uh, place. So I believe northern states like Cincinnati, Ohio, are cowards because they hide behind the illusion of unity. Whereas in southern states, they let you know exactly how they feel about you. And I can only admire that as well because if we hate each other, we should know that, right? I should know that you hate me because I can hate you too equally and with prejudice, right? That's how I feel about these people as well. So just so y'all know, in Cincinnati, that's what's going on. They used to allow the Ku Klux Klan to organize themselves downtown, march around, parade themselves, and do all that there. However, the Black Panthers and the Nation of Islam and things like this are considered terrorist organizations, but the U.S. government has never classified the Ku Klux Klan as a domestic terrorist organization. Just to let y'all know the country that we live in, right? This is the country we live in. Cowards. We live in a country full of cowards. I digress. So, February 2025, this situation happens. These monkeys, because that's what they are. They're descended from monkeys. These monkeys are on the bridge acting, as they do as monkeys because they can't help themselves. Their lack of humanity and their what's that? Neanderthal beast blood is protruding out of them, and they can't help themselves but be these savage animals that they are. So these animals, these monkeys, are on the bridge. They're protesting and they're spewing their hatred off of the bridge in our community. This day, why this day? What is the particulars of this time and this day? Well, this event again, I informed you guys that this happened in early 2025. So this was an event to kick off, the events that would protrude, or that would I'm sorry, not protrude, the events that would, transpire. This was the first major event to happen in the country, besides everything else. This was the first one, right? This was the first one. So, why would they do that now? Why would they do that in that area? Like, what's the significance of Lincoln Heights for these people to do this? Well, as I just told you guys, this area, Lincoln Heights, Ohio, is the most historical Black community in Ohio. Really, one of the most historical and most famous Black neighborhoods, quote unquote Black neighborhoods in the Midwest. This particular area is Lincoln Heights is famous, bro. Google it. Lincoln Heights is famous. All your favorite Motown artists mostly came from Lincoln Heights, or they used to have recording studios in Lincoln Heights. Like Lincoln Heights used to be like Black Hollywood for real, like Black Atlanta for sure. So these people intentionally chose this bridge. One, it also a little bit more background. The bridge also looks over 75, going north and southbound. So if you're going towards, towards Whitesville that way, then they posted up that way. And if you're coming and going towards Cincinnati, towards the city of Cincinnati, downtown Cincinnati, you're going to be coming this way. So they could see, they had an audience on both sides. So as far as location, you're catching everybody on the bridge coming to and from Cincinnati. All right, understood. So they chose this location because of its black residents and its significance to the Midwest. Had what was supposed to happen had happened, there would have been many. There would have been a cause and a so what was supposed to happen? What was supposed to happen was the residents of Lincoln Heights, Ohio, were supposed to fire shots. That was supposed to happen. If we were the ones to fire the first shots, that would have given the National Guard cause to come in and police our neighborhoods. That would have given these neo Nazis the right, because none of them were arrested. Right? Let's talk about that as well. That would have given these neo Nazis the right to use deadly force towards us, which was their intention from the get go. So that would have given them the right and the jurisdiction to start killing black folks, and also would have given the National Guard the right and the jurisdiction to mobilize against us and to police and control our neighborhoods. However, my people, um, shout out all of my people. I didn't go outside with y'all because I ain't had no scrap on me, and the spirit wasn't pushing me that day. But to my people that did go outside, they had the spirit of the old niggas in them, and they were willing to die for their point, because I know a lot of people my people don't like these people anyway. They want an excuse to come against these people because um, we have for so long sat back and been nice to these people, or played nice in these people, while all at the same time we have to deal with their backhanded rhetoric, their backhanded compliments, their subdued and subverted racism. A lot of my people don't like these people anyway, and we needed an excuse to do something to these people. So the reason that these people came onto the bridge was because it was a black community, and they wanted to start a race war. Now, if we know the history of our people and our two demographics, we know that since time immemorial of being established in the United States. Now, this country and this land was called something different before it was the United States, and my people dwelled in this country long before chattel slavery and stuff like that. My people were already here in this land. Christopher Columbus, you go read his actual works. Don't listen to white narratives and white rhetoric and white Western European indoctrination. These people are liars, and they're cunts, and they're cowards. So now that we understand that, um, since time immemorial, at the foundation of this United States of America, our people, our two demographics have always been in a constant state of war against each other. But the aggressor has always been that monkey. I'm sorry, that Anglo-Saxon. It has always been him. He's always been the aggressor. Anywhere he goes, or anywhere that we try to go to annex ourselves away from them, or build up a fortitude of unity and community, historically speaking, has always been met with opposition from that monkey. Has always been met with opposition. Always been met with opposition. I mean, there's many different. I'm building up the story around February 2025, guys. I didn't forget. But just so you guys understand that we've always been in a perpetual state of war with these people. So now that you understand that, we can understand why they would come against us like that. Because we've always been a war. It's never not been a war. You know, it's never not been a war. So since it's never not been a war, today they decided to mobilize. And again, I just told you guys that I admire their tenacity and their fortitude to get their point across. Um, let's tell the truth though. Had it been my people demonstrating with masks on, um, in a predominantly uh, Caucasian Anglo-Saxon neighborhood, we would have been met with the full aggression of the Cincinnati Police Department, the National Guard, and otherwise. So I just told you guys that no arrests were made during this time. Nobody was prosecuted. Nobody was dragged and humiliated on camera in handcuffs. Actually, if you guys go research after this live or during this live, whatever the case may be, you guys can go do research and watch the body cam footage from one of the officers that responded to the scene. One of the officers, in his cowardness and in his animal state, because he was one of those monkeys as well. He identified with those monkeys. You could tell it in his voice. He said, as these people were spewing hateful, they were calling us niggers. They were just antagonistic. They wanted us to do something to them so they could have an excuse to do something to us, right? As they were saying all this, and our people, my people, were confronting them, confronting the cowards that they were, without masks on, without guns, because we have never been cowards like these people. So as my people were confronting these people, these that monkey, those monkey officers, one of them, he was like, the reason we're not doing anything to them because they haven't broken any laws. They haven't broken any laws. I don't agree with them. I didn't agree with Black Lives Matter. I didn't agree with Black Lives Matter. So he's just showing his bias. He compared neo Nazis to Black Lives Matter. Now, stop. Let's briefly talk about Black Lives Matter. I am myself in support of the idea that my life does matter. However, the organization itself had been corrupt. So I will give you racist cunts that. The organization itself had been corrupt. Cool. But the rhetoric of my life matters is still sound. From that came Blue Lives Matter, Red Lives Matter. These people are cowards. They don't have any original ideas. These people are cunts and they're pussies. But I'm just giving you guys backgrounds as to what happened, who the characters are. And also, I bet you guys didn't know that Blue Lives Matter and Red Lives Matter, that all comes from the movement started by us just saying that our life matters. Just matters. Just matters. But these people like to play semantics, and they have such a anti-black sentiment in this country. They got such an anti-black hatred in this country that they just can't allow us to have anything that makes us feel in a state of bliss, right? So, anyways, that's the background for that. So, that monkey cop that I was talking about, that Anglo-Saxon monkey cop that I was talking about, he was like, I didn't agree with Black Lives Matter when they were saying kill police and fuck the police. We still let them do whatever they want. Just real cunt coward behavior. You know what I mean? They were working with the police department, because if you fast forward and you watch the video, the body cam footage, after the heat had became so intense, rather, the crowd from our side, my people's side, had become so big, and we did start pulling up with guns because we was ready to kill them. I mean, just give us a reason. We don't like you people anyway, the same way you don't like us. Let's just stop pretending. Let's kill each other right here. Let's all die today. Some people were actually with that. I myself hadn't gathered that courage at that time, but as time progressed, especially nowadays, I definitely understand the sentiment. And let's just stop pretending. Let's stop pretending like we can live with each other, because we can't. So that's what happened. They have been allowed to antagonize us since the foundation of this country. Those cops, those coward cops that police our neighborhoods and stuff like that. These are the same people that were behind those masks that day. These were the same people who allowed those cowards to peacefully get in the truck without being detained. I've been detained just for being in a car with people. So I've been put in handcuffs just because they could. so so these people were allowed to freely get into the back of a U-Haul. Where the U-Haul come, I don't know. But they were freely allowed to get into a U-Haul, and they were freely allowed to drive away. They were allowed to drive away. They were allowed to go peacefully about their business as they antagonize a group of people with, and the antagonization is rooted with so much death and so much hatred and so much nastiness. These people shouldn't at least been allowed to walk away without being in handcuffs, right? Right? If we're all equal, if this race shit doesn't matter, they should at least have been treated like everybody else, right? No, but these people were treated like princesses. They were put into the back of the car, they were hauled away, and they were dropped off in a school parking lot in another black neighborhood. It's called Laughlin, Ohio. Historically, it used to be an old Jewish neighborhood, but then it, has since become a melanated neighborhood. They allowed them to get dropped off in the parking lot as the school was exiting and kids were coming out. These people are cowards and they have no love and they have no humanity in them because they're not human, right? We just talked about that, right? We just talked about how these people have Neanderthal in their blood, right? How these people are actually monkeys. How they have always, through propaganda and through their rhetoric, have always put the ape narrative on my people. When actually, through DNA research, their own DNA research, they have learned that they are actually monkeys. They're actually monkeys. They're actually savages. They're actually apes. They're actually barbaric. That's why they can't coexist with anyone. So we understand that, right? We understand why they were trying to antagonize us. They were trying to mobilize. So Trump and his administration, because it's not even really Trump. Trump is not so intelligent. He's incontinent. He shits on himself. So he's not the smart man that can put all this racial play together. He's not that. It's JD Vance. It's the monkeys that's behind them. It's the apes that lie in the White House. It's those monkeys that are around him that are making these plays. So what they want to do in their 2025 plan is that they want to strengthen the industrial prison industry, which is built off of my people. It was actually set up right after slavery. So it was I'm all over the place, guys, but I'm still connecting this all to the story. Just so you guys know, though, Abraham Lincoln never truly wanted to free the slaves or never saw slaves as being equal to humans. The only thing he wanted to do was to create a more unified country. So if foreign threats ever came against us, on the outside again, or whatever the case may be, we would have a unified front, right? Because a house divided cannot stand. That's where that speech comes from, right? But this man, this melanated man, because we all know that Abraham Lincoln was black, right? But that white passing melanated man never saw us as humans, never argued that we were people, but instead it would be in that monkey white boy's best interest to allow us to breathe without threat of hanging per se for being a slave, because it would mean that we were together. That's the background, right? That's the background, right? It's the truth too, and it's the truth too. So we understand that. We understand that we have never been in a state of peace. There's never been a point in this country where America was ever great. There's never been a point in this country where America treated everyone equally. There's never been a point in this country where America gave opportunities to everybody. There's never been a point in this country where America was ever great. America has never been great, ever. Never. America has never been great, ever. America has never been great. And primarily, the reason that America has never been great and never will be great is because these people have never repented for their sins. Until the Anglo-Saxon man, as a collective whole, repents for their sins publicly and also issues monetary recompensation, this country will never, ever, ever be on top, as we always used to placate that we were. This country will never be on top, and also this country will continue to fall as it is currently. And I think these people are completely fine with that. They would rather see the house burn down than to say that they're the ones that started the fire. And I'm all for it too. Shit, let's burn this motherfucker down, bro. Fuck it. Let's burn it. Let's burn it. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Let's burn it. You're right. You don't have to tell me anything. You don't owe me anything. You're right, dude. Fuck it. Let's burn it, bro. Let's burn it. Let's burn this shit, bro. Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm cool with that, dude. You don't owe me anything. You're right, bro. You're right. So that brings me back to the earlier point that Unc made. If we stop looking at it, will it go away? No, it will never go away. Because with a cancer, if you allow it to exist, it only spreads, even if it takes decades, even if it takes years, it only spreads and it only contaminates others. I will entertain a couple comments at this time. Facts. Never was and never would. Do you plan on collabing? It's all good, bro. I didn't plan on doing this live today. Bro, I like your hat. I appreciate you, dog. Hit the like button, y'all. Yeah. Hit the like button, y'all. YouTube has been playing with my numbers, so please hit the like button, share, subscribe, comment. YouTube has been playing with my numbers, though. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know what's going on with that. YouTube been playing with me, you know. But I appreciate you guys that are here. Never was and never will be great, bro. You consistent. I fuck with it. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, bro. I got a purpose, and now's the time to say something. Now's the time to stand for something. Now's the time to believe in something. Now is the time to now is the time to walk towards whatever it is that you're afraid of, or whatever it is that you believe that you've been called to this planet at this time to do. So I'm almost done with my story. Let me finish it. So that was the events of that day, February. I don't remember the specific day. February 2025, though, was when it happened. That was the first major event, that go viral to happen in the country at that time. Um, my people have always been policed as if we are the threat. And the reason for that is because the Anglo-Saxon arrogant white man and boy and girl, those monkey people, because they are monkeys, right? We've talked about that, right? Those monkeys have always been afraid that we would do to them what they have done to us historically. As far as, do you guys want to know what they done to us historically? Let's talk about it. So these people have done many things historically. These people have eaten us. And I'm not just talking about, beat us up. No, I'm talking about physically eating us. It's not just been in this country. There are different other parts of the world as well where it was a trend to eat us. Again, because these people are not human. So the same way that you and I might be hearing that shit or thinking about that shit, and you're like, bro, how could you eat people? You and I could never fathom that because we're not monkeys. Those people are, they're apes. They're not human fully. So these people don't think like you and I. So, and unfortunately, the modern day American negro has unfortunately has some of that ape DNA mixed and interbred within us. We can't help that at this time. Not all those people are wrong, but the ones that are wrong deserve death on sight, and they know it. So that's why they act like that. So they ate us. They would put us in stews. They would even they would even there were laws passed after the slave emancipation. There were laws passed to where any one of those pasty monkeys could walk up to any of our people and ask us what our occupation was. And if we couldn't answer the question to their satisfaction, we could be prisoned or hung. And these are facts, right? Oh, that was so long ago. Let's fast forward to more recent times. My grandmother, who grew up in Cincinnati, Ohio, who grew up in Lincoln Heights, Ohio, and she used to work in Glendale, Ohio. So these are the same neighborhoods that I'm referring to. She used to work in Glendale, Ohio. She, as a younger lady, she would work at Conway House. One of them used to be senator of Ohio, and she used to work at the house as a like Trump said, the black jobs, the black jobs, she was a house worker. Um, she was observing the Conway kids one of those days, and they were doing something that needed, discipline. And she was like, my grandmother was like, hey, don't do that. The Conway boy, the one that later on became senator, told my grandmother to shut her nigger mouth before he told his daddy and got her whipped. That's what he told her. And he later went on to become state senator. So as far as the spirit that lies in these apes, it still exists today, and it deserves death on sight. And what my city did, Lincoln Heights, Ohio, what they did was they gave him the energy that they was asking for. And we stayed in our communities. We was still good niggas about it. We didn't go out looking for you people because we know that would bring war. We know that would bring war. If we went looking for you people, the same way that y'all come looking for us constantly, the domestic terrorists that you people are, that you monkeys are, if we came looking for y'all, then we would, man, it wouldn't go well for us. I'll tell you that right now. They had mobilized the National Guard, which they're already doing right now, and so on and so forth. But I just want you guys to know that we have never been the historic aggressors. We have only been in response to the aggression. Now, I'm not talking about black on black crime, which is primarily blood feud violence and commenced by inner city gangs. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the historic aggression of one group, ethnic group, towards another. Those people have always been historically aggressive towards us, uh, even in the early 1900s, which they don't talk about for some reason. His story is his story. These people like to selective cherry pick what they want to talk about. These people have always done race riots. Anytime that anything good happened for a black man or black person, these people would start a riot. Boston, New York, Chicago, 1949. Like these people would start a riot and these people would destroy anything that we had going on. They're savages, inhumane, savages, monkeys. You know, I will entertain a couple more comments because I see them coming. Young guys, we waking up. They still do eat us to this day and they never stop. I'm not familiar with any recent cases around my proximity. However, I'm very familiar with slavery still being a thing. So a lot of these people too, they adopt kids. These monkeys, they adopt kids and they treat us as if we're the animals. So I'm not against biracial families. However, I'm very wary of all white families adopting black children because I've seen many a times, in many cases, you can Google this as well, where these children are treated subpar. Their grooming isn't maintained. They are not maintained because there's a disconnect of culture. These people don't know how to take care of humans because they're not human. You know what I mean? So I'm very wary of those biracial families. I'm not saying that there can't be any good ones. I'm just saying I'm very wary because there are documented cases of these children being treated subpar. A most recent case would be a lesbian white couple adopted black children. On paper and on Facebook, they lived a happy family. They would travel all the time, but actually, these children were being starved. They were malnourished. Their hair was always kinky and nappy. So one of the way that I tell on if that black child is with the white family or not is I look at the hair. If the hair isn't groomed for a girl, if it's all bushy and dry, most of the time that girl's probably living almost like a slave in her house, or there's just a disconnect of culture. Or if the little boy, if his head isn't brushed, I can tell that there's a disconnect, or he's living a subpar life in those people's homes. You know, so that's what I look for. So there is still a lot of cases of that going on. So it all brings me back to the 607 Unk thing. And the question was, will I ever collab with him again? I have no issues or no quarrel collabing with 607 Unk again because I love him. He showed me a lot of love, but he also showed me a lot of disdain. He showed me a lot of shit that I don't like, a lot of shit that I would have punched the nigga in the mouth for if it had been anybody else. I would have broke their fucking jaw, you know, for how they talked to me or for how they treated me. So with that being said, one of the last things he said to me before I left was that he thought I had a weak mind and he did not shake my hand. And he thought I had a weak mind because I didn't want to stay up under him and sign a loan through the label to where I would stay with him and work on my content. I didn't want to do that because I knew that I wouldn't be able to coexist with him because he's too opinionated and he's too in his own world to understand when he's out of pocket or when he needs to stop. You know, and then the way I am, I'm either cool or I'm not cool. So it was getting to a point where I was like, I didn't want to be cool no more. Like I was thinking about beating his ass, you know, a lot because he started calling me gay and shit in front of people and shit too. I'm like, bro, I really beat the fuck out you, bro. Like you don't know me, cuz like I really do something to you, you know. And he know he ain't no hoe, so he would have had to do something to me too, cuz I would have did that to you, bro. You know. But as far as do I love him? Yeah, I love him. He showed me love like a father would in most instances, but he also treated me like I wasn't shit. So you know, it's but to answer the question, I would, but I can't do that until I don't know, you know, when I'll be able to go back. But it's not gonna be for a while. He called me weak, bro. He called me a bitch. So anybody that call you a bitch, you got to prove a point to him. Because in my life, I've never been a bitch. In my whole life, you can ask about me. I've never been a bitch. So since he called me a bitch, I got to prove a point to his bitch ass every single day. I got to prove a point to his bitch ass because he called me a bitch. He said I was weak-minded. So that's the answer to your question, bro. That's the answer to your question. Um, that's real shit, bro. That's real shit. I gotta turn up for his bitch ass, bro. I'll be damned if you call me a bitch, you bitch ass nigga. You gotta prove it to me. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't doing no talking, neither, nigga. I'ma just turn up on your ass, bro. You said, I'm weak. So I'll show you weak, you bitch ass nigga. I'll show you weak. I'll show you weak, cuz I swear to God, I will. I'll show you. I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. You know? So I digress. Back to the monkey. Um, those people have constantly been in a perpetual state of aggression toward my people. So if we're going off of the theory that Unc proposed, which is to stop looking at the issue, and a lot of white scholars and things like that as well are whites that are tired of hearing this rhetoric. They just focus on something else, be positive, use that energy towards something productive. These people are narrow-minded and they're willfully ignorant. So the answer is not to stop looking at it. I highly disagree. I understand the thought behind it, but there's nothing in life that you can stop looking at and it'll change. For example, I'll give you guys a perfect example. If I go in your pockets today, right, and I'm talking to y'all can talk back. If I go in y'all pockets today and I violate you and I take something and I don't say sorry for that shit, but no. Oh, put it like this. If I go in your pockets every single day, or when you come around me, I'm going to go in your pockets every single day. Does it change for you if you stop looking at me? Do you think I'll stop robbing you? Y'all can answer me. Do you think I'll stop robbing you if I've been going in your pockets every day? Every day, maybe not Sunday. Maybe I took a couple of days off. But I've been going in your pockets every day. You know that. I'm going to go in your pockets when you see me. Or if you come around me. And you got to come around me. I live with you. Do you think I'm going to stop? If you stop looking at me or if you start focusing on that? What y'all think? What y'all think? What y'all think? Y'all can talk to me. What y'all think? I'm going to answer that question for y'all. No, I'll never stop. Because you a lick. And when you a lick, you always a lick. When you a lick, you always a lick. When you a lick, you're always a lick. And y'all know that we from the hood, right? When you a lick, you always a lick. We the lick. So since we the lick, if I take my attention off of this cancer, off of this animal, off of this beast, even for a little bit, they'll still come to my neighborhood and put their signs up. We did nothing to those people. All we do is fucking mind our business. That's all we do is mind our business. So what's the solution? The solution is Cincinnati, Ohio, Lincoln Heights, Ohio. The spirit that lies in Lincoln Heights set the precedent, and I believe is the answer for what all of our people need to do in the whole diaspora. That means Trinidad, Tobago. That means Jamaica. That means everywhere. That means Boston. That means Philadelphia. That means St. Louis. That means Atlanta, Georgia. That means anywhere where there's our people, we arm ourselves to the teeth and we have a community policing. Because during we policed our streets for Lincoln Heights, maybe got like 40 odd corners or something like that, give or take, a little bit more, a little less. After that happened, we stayed on every single corner for 2 months straight. I did not see white man or woman. I did not see police officer for 2 months straight. 2 months straight. That's the solution. These people don't understand niceness. These people don't understand peace. These people don't understand humanity. You can't give them humanity. You can only give them what they understand. Violence. You can only give them what they understand. Violence. These people don't understand compassion. These people don't understand empathy. These people don't understand life. These people are prehistoric. They're dinosaurs. And they are honestly the main reason that humanity has not excelled. These people, these monkeys. All those people aren't like that, though. I can only reiterate. That's the last time I'm going to say it. But until they have a collective awakening and repentance, then who you ride with is who you with. Is who you is. You a monkey too. And that is the reason that society to this day is in a dilapidated state, uh, a down spiral. That's what dilapidated means, broken up, not taken care of. That's why society today is in a downward spiral. That's why my people have a strong hatred towards you people, myself included. I hate the spirit that lies in those people. I hate it with a passion. I hate it so much that I'll kill them where they stand if they ever brought any aggression towards me. I'll kill them where they stand. And that same spirit is not just only exclusive to the Anglo-Saxon man and woman. That same spirit has, through propaganda of Hollywood and etc., has infiltrated every single race in the world, including my own people. So that's the same reason why we hunt each other the same way we do. The same reason why we police each other the same way we do. We police each other as far as the way we look, the way we talk, the way we walk, the way we dress. That's why a solar man will get pressed by Chicago, Capo Risky, and KB Nini get pressed for what I got on, or the comments and shit will be laughing and shit at their own people and shit. When I came with a message, I ain't come to just talk about no fuck shit like they was talking about. I came actually talk about the state of mind that we're in and how we think. I wore what I wore on purpose because I knew it would go viral. That's what y'all don't know. I wore what I wore on purpose. I'm not stupid. You feel me? I'm not stupid. You feel me? Everything I do is intentional. You feel me? Everything I do is intentional. I knew that they would focus on that and they would focus on what I had to wear, but the message would still need to get spread. So I spreaded the message. You feel me? And that energy is going to keep going up and up as my celebrity grows. Same way with these numbers on this live. You feel me? This shit going to keep going up and up and up. But the thing that you do is you stay consistent. Consistency over results. The only thing that I don't like that we did in Lincoln Heights is that we stopped being consistent. We stopped showing up outside on every corner with assault rifles. We should never stop. That's the only thing that I don't like. That's the only part that I disagree with, that we stopped. These people have never wanted you to have peace, never wanted you to have life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Never. So since that is the case, I'm not telling you to go to their neighborhoods, but I'm telling you don't let them come to yours. Chicago, DC, don't let them just walk up on y'all shit, bang on y'all door, and snatch your mama out of her house. If they do, and when they do it, because we can't be everywhere at all times, I understand that. But when they do it, we fucking outside. And y'all not gonna do that shit no more. Monkey. That's the answer. That is the answer. Arm yourself mentally. How do we do that? How do my people do that? Because we are dying for a lack of understanding of self. We are. I'm not going to act like we're not. We are. My people call me a fag, shit on me for being light skinned, call me a lame for how I'm talking, say I don't got no bitches, say I don't got my people shit on me the worst way. The worst way. I mean, it's not something I think. I dealt with it. I was just in Hollywood. I dealt with it. I'm still dealing with it. Some of my people deserve to die. I ain't gonna lie. Some of my people are in the fucking way. Some of you niggas is in the way. And I hate you. I hate the spirit in you. I hate you with a passion. With a passion. I swear I do. I hate some of you niggas. I swear I do. So I don't just have this aggression and this energy for that Anglo-Saxon, arrogant monkey man. Nah, I got aggression and I feel this way for a lot of you niggas because a lot of you niggas got the same spirit in you. And I hate you because y'all in the way. And y'all won't do nothing to them, but y'all do something to me. Y'all do something to me. Y'all do something to me. Y'all rob me. Y'all oppress me. If I'm in the wrong neighborhood or if I'm trying to just bruh, it done been some shit where even if I'm just existing and I'm playing basketball with a nigga and the nigga don't like how I'm talking, he oppressed me. It didn't happen before. Ain't nothing physical happened because I would have beat the snot out of that nigga. But a nigga oppress you just for looking different. A nigga oppress you for what you got on, for a hat you got on. Y'all oppress me for the hat I got on. in gang areas. But y'all let that white boy walk all through y'all shit with guns out, all through your shit, bang on y'all shit, snatch y'all mama and them out the house, snatch your baby mama out the house, snatch your baby out of the house. Because they put babies in handcuffs too. Did y'all know that? Did y'all see that? They had babies in handcuffs. Toddlers. But I get pressed. I get called a bitch ass nigga. Nah, you niggas are bitches. I swear to God, y'all are. A lot of you niggas is bitch ass niggas. A lot of y'all. And I hate you. I hate the spirit in you. I do. I do. I do. I do. It be our own people for real. Yeah, it be our own people, bro. And it really makes me emotional, bro. Because I love my people so much. I love my people to the point where, like my brother Malcolm, right? I told y'all in the previous story. I'm only saying this to give y'all some history of who I am. My great great uncle, great uncle is Elijah Poole. Elijah Poole became the Honorable Elijah Muhammad of the Nation of Islam. I'm not a Muslim, but my uncle tried some shit. He tried to spit some knowledge. He tried some shit. He tried some shit. Another great man came up under him. His name was Malcolm Little. Malcolm Little loved his people so much that he didn't see the back door coming. He didn't see the back door coming. He loved his people so much that he would give y'all access to him. Y'all don't think that I think that my own people will be the one that'll do something to me? Nah, bro. You motherfuckers, bro. You motherfuckers, bro. Cowards, bro. You motherfuckers are cowards, bro. Fucking cowards, bro. I don't want to hear no tough shit out of no nigga, bro. I don't want to hear no more tough shit. I don't want to hear no more about a nigga spinning and doing something to a nigga standing on another nigga, a nigga stepping on another nigga. You a pussy, you a bitch, and I hope you die, you faggot. I would wish you life, but I don't feel like you're gonna make the right decisions with your life. So I gotta wish death upon you in that spirit, you faggot ass boy. And I'm standing on that. I'm standing on that. And the reason I know you niggas is cowards is because I just watched on TV them white boys in tactical gear go through y'all shit and ain't man nigga do nothing. I just watched that multiple times. It wasn't just Chicago, bitch. It was Philadelphia, nigga. It was DC. I think they going to St. Louis next. Texas just sent some Texas, my state, just sent some troops to Chicago too. So it's not like I think about this shit. And I grew up around you niggas too. I saw it, bro. I saw how we'll get in the situation around some white folks and y'all niggas will shut up. Y'all say, yes, sir, no, ma'am. You feel me? Y'all do all that, but y'all call me a bitch. I'm a bitch. Nah, nigga, you a bitch. You're a bitch, bro. You're a bitch. You bitch ass nigga. Anybody who comes against their people in any way, shape, form, or fashion, you deserve death. I feel like those are the times we're living in right now. We don't have time for deciding on if you on the left or the right. You better make a decision, nigga. You better make a decision. I made mine. I'm for my people. And my people don't just look like me. White people, y'all can be my people too. Especially if you are aware of the sins of your ancestors and your current day people, because your ancestors aren't the ones that only just did shit. Currently today, you people is doing shit. So if you're aware of your sins and you come with a repentant heart, you can be my brother too. But until then, I don't want nothing from none of you people, white or black. I don't want nothing to do with none of you people. I'm tired. I am. I'm tired. And the work just got started, but I realize now that in order for me to keep doing what I'm doing and to be outside with this shit, because that's what we're doing. Again, we're almost monetized, by the way. As soon as we get monetized, even if the first check is $150, $75 of that, we taking outside. Because you have to live by example, right? And y'all realize the more and more that I stay on this path, the more and more that I'll be marked by my government as a domestic terrorist or inciting hate rhetoric in my people. because J. Edgar Hoover said the biggest threat to America is a black messiah or a black consciousness. I'm not saying that I'm the messiah. No. There's multiple ways to skin a cat. What I'm saying is that the more fame and stardom you get, the more and more that uh your it'll be in your best benefit to sell out. And I'm telling y'all right now, I'm transparent with y'all. I don't want to sell out. I'm not gonna sell out. I'm not suicidal. I don't do drugs. Just so y'all know. Just so y'all know. You know, I know we on the low, but I'm just saying as we grow, just for y'all that's here today, know that I love y'all too much to leave y'all. Know that. Know that. I love you too much to leave you with suicide or with overdosing. I love you too much to do that. And I got the spirit in me, bro. This spirit in me has awakened at this time. I don't know why, bro. I don't know why, bro. I can't tell you. All I can do is tell you that I'm tired of looking at it. And I'm not afraid, and none of you niggas no more. A reason that my aunties and my uncles and my cousins and shit, you feel me? We live in such fucked off times, bro, that motherfuckers don't even want to go outside and barbecue no more, bro, because of you niggas. I hate you. Any nigga that's in the way of my people, I hate you with prejudice. I hate you the same way I hate that monkey. And you don't got to stay the same, bro. You can change, bro. But if you don't want to change and you think what I'm saying is some fuck shit, you think I'm a bitch ass nigga, you exactly who I'm talking about. And I hate you too. I do. So why did they come in that bridge that day? Is because they hate us. And they wanted us to do something. Trump and his administration, they want us to do something. They want a reason to use extreme force against us. And without us even doing anything to antagonize these people, they have done it anyway. They've mobilized themselves in our ghettos. Now, you might be thinking, like, man, them ghettos is fucked up anyway. Like, man, you feel me? Chicago fucked up anyway. And I ain't disagreeing with you. And niggas do a lot of shit to niggas because we've been conditioned by that monkey mindset to do to ourselves what they were doing to us anyway. It's been set up. It's been a good play for that. You know, it's been a good play for that. And we fall into it easily because niggas get into beef with other niggas and we grow up around each other. And it's just like, feel me? It's just like that, bro. Quick little story in the same little neighborhood I'm talking about. As many righteous of my people that was outside, it's also some fuck niggas in that neighborhood too, and some bitch ass niggas in that neighborhood too. Some exact same people that I'm talking about right now. There's probably watching it right now. Bitch ass niggas in that neighborhood. One example of a bitch ass nigga that I dealt with. This bitch ass nigga. We was in the Centennials. It was me. I ain't gonna say my two brothers' names. They might not want me to do that, but I'm gonna say we was in the Centennials and I was walking to the apartment with them. I had a book in my hand, bro, and I had on glasses on. I had a book in my hand and I had on glasses on. It's me, my two of us, two light skinned, one red bone. No homo. I'm just saying this to give y'all a picture. You feel me? That's what we look like. That's our demographic. That's what we look like. Walking through where we always go. You feel me? We're going up to the apartment. This one nigga, bro, he pulls up his car and presses us and says and asks us, who do we know over here? Us. I had, mind you, I had a book in my hand. It wasn't a black book. It didn't look like a gun. I believe it was was it a Bible? I don't know, bro. It might have been a Bible. I had a book in my hand. He pulled up, and again, we had been, I know this neighborhood. No nigga like him has ever done anything like that. He just wanted to be tough that day. With us, he was selective with his toughness. A fag. He was a fag. And bro, if I knew your name, I swear I'd say it. You bitch ass nigga. I swear I say your name, you bitch ass nigga. Because to me now would never go for that. You would have to do something to me. Because I think you a pussy, bro. Because that same type of aggression you don't have with other niggas, bro. You selective, you bitch ass nigga, bro. Niggas like that deserve castration. They deserve everything that white boy give them. Niggas like that, I don't feel nothing for. Niggas like that be in the way, and I hate them with a passion. I hate them with a passion. I swear I do. Remember, don't curse, or you will remain. Um, yeah, I don't want to. I could put curses on my people. I'm a high level energy master. So I could put curses on those niggas. I could. It's certain niggas that done did shit to me that done died, and I ain't do nothing about it. I ain't do nothing to them, but they died for the way that they acted towards me, for the way that they treat. I ain't saying they died because of me. I'm saying after dealing with me, months later they ended up dead, and I ain't do nothing to them. Swear to God. So yeah, I don't want to stay here with you people. Um, I'm not talking to you people, my people. I'm talking about those people. I don't want to stay here with these people. I don't want to keep coming back to this world. I'm tired. I'm tired. This has to be the last go around. It has to be. It has to be. I can't keep coming back here, bro. I don't want to keep coming back here, bro. Uh-uh. So I don't wish curses on nobody. I just wish that people would get exactly what they signed up for. That's it. You know, that's it. My own cousin, he didn't call me. He didn't threaten to punch me in my mouth in front of people, and I did nothing to deserve it. He's embarrassed me in front of people. Not just one cousin. I ain't just talking about you, bro. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. He threatened to punch me in my mouth in front of people, and where we was at, we was somewhere in Cincinnati. You remember that, bro? You threatened to punch me in my mouth for nothing in front of people. I don't forget nothing that nobody ever say to me. I remember everything, how you treat people. So you should think about how you treat people, right? You should think about that shit. He threatened to punch me in my mouth. My other cousin uh, would embarrass me in front of other people. Bully me in front of people. Like, you feel me? Like, so it's a lot of bitch ass niggas, even in my own bloodline. I got bitch ass nigga in my bloodline. You feel me? I'm not ignorant to it. I'm just saying I'm aware now. Now I never go for no bullying from none of you niggas. You know, just like that. But that's what happened. February 2025. February 2025 was intended to start off the racial um, saga in this country. And really, it was just used because the left wants to have a reason to police us more heavily. We haven't really given them a reason in this administration. We haven't given them a reason. I mean, we got 2 more years, right? So let's keep watching. And again, these people do stuff in 6 to 9 month increments. They move on 369. Just so you people know, by the way, why does it always seem like things happen? And things will happen either in 3 month time spans, 6 month time spans, or 9 month time span. Just so you people are aware, I want you to know that that's what will happen. So if you want to know when the next event will happen, I do not know the next event, but I do know it'll happen. What's the last thing that happened? Y'all remember? What's the last thing that happened, Major? What's the last thing that happened? Y'all know, y'all can talk to me. What's the last thing that happened? I'm trying to think. What's the last thing that happened recently that was major news? How many months ago was it? Anyways, whatever the last event that was most recent, you just go 3 months from that, 6 months from that, 9 months from that. What you say? Charlie Kirk, for sure, 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 for sure. Yeah, Charlie Kirk. And that was like what, a month ago or something like that? Yeah, so let's go 3 months from that. Something else is gonna happen. 6 months from that, something else is gonna. They might wait because they like to. It's like making a beat, right? You get beat pattern number one, beat pattern number two, beat pattern number three. You might interchangeably swipe them out 1 2 1, 1 2 3, 3 2 1. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way it is. So they switching out the beat pattern right now. Since Charlie Kirk was again, he was a Masonic public ritual sacrifice. Y'all know that too, right? He was a Masonic public ritual sacrifice. That's why his demonic monkey wife did this when she was next to Donald Trump. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that, right? Oh, y'all thought she was just saying. What y'all thought this was? What y'all thought that was about? Did y'all think this meant I love you? Is that what the fuck y'all thought? Yo, she's a part of the beast, bro. She's been knowing Trump since she was like 13. She's been in the pageants and shit. She done been molested by the nigga a couple times. Like, she know Trump. She's an Illuminati girl. Y'all ain't know that? Y'all don't know why she wore them rings on her hand that day at his memorial? Y'all don't know that? Y'all thought she wore them big dumbass rings with the G on it and the other one that looked like a star and symbol compass? She's an Illuminati girl. and she can't help herself. She's a cunt. She's a privileged, arrogant cunt, and she deserves whatever's coming for her. But yeah, so Charlie Kirk, his situation was a ritualistic sacrifice. He was sacrificed in front of the world. Um, did he know that he was going to be murdered? He did not know that he was going to be murdered, but he knew that something was going to happen. That's why you look in his eye and he had that just that he was tired, bro. He was tired. That's what y'all don't know. Charlie Kirk was tired. As much as he was doing that game and he was living a life that was organized for him to live, because again, Charlie Kirk knew Trump too, and he's been in these political circles since he was a little boy as well. All these people are they get raised up. So, oh, I don't know the I have to do some. I have to have the name with me next time. But for example, like me, if I was Illuminati, I'm not. But if I was really Illuminati, I would have started up in the small circles as a little boy, and I would have got raised up to be conditioned and prepared for whatever office, um, uh, position, or whatever the case may have been. I would have been groomed for that, like Charlie Kirk. So for the blacks, it's the boule. The boule is the highest Masonic organization for black men, because black men couldn't be outright Masons because of our blackness. Because we've always still kind of wanted to be like white people. We just wanted to be accepted. You know, we just want to be accepted and shit. You know, but yeah, if I was in the Illuminati, it would be the boule. I would be a part, and that would be my that would be how I would get introduced to the Illuminati, the secret, and become a politician, a multi-platinum engineer, etc. So that's how Charlie Kirk was introduced to mainstream media, because he grew up in those youth Masonic organizations. Bet y'all didn't know that. Just like his wife. His wife was chosen for him, not that they met some type of organic way. No, his life was orchestrated and manicured to do exactly what he was doing and become exactly who he was. Now, did he know that he was going to be a ritualistic sacrifice to put a? Did he know that he was going to be used to galvanize all people and be the example for free speech? Did he know that he was going to be that? No, he didn't know that. Nah, he didn't know that. He didn't know that. He didn't know that. If he would have known that, he probably would have lived his life a little different, But nah, he didn't know that. Charlie Kirk was a ritualistic sacrifice. He was a high level Mason, and that was a play in front of you. Anytime that somebody gets killed in front of you on live TV like that, it's always planned out months and months and months ahead of time. Always. Just know that. There's nothing that you see on TV that's an accident. I guarantee you. And if it is an accident, they're going to make sure that that shit don't get shown nowhere else in the world. They wouldn't leave it up for you to see. They don't give a fuck if we dissect and we analyze this information. They don't give a fuck about that. They want y'all to know that we killed them. The fuck? We'll kill you too, nigga, for speaking. Not like we want. And it's true. It's true. It's true. So I know I've been talking a lot about now that I got you guys' attention, for the ones that are here for the actual message. Now that I have your attention, I am aware that race is a social construct and that we're all shades of barley. We're all different shades of wheat. I'm aware of that. The real war is against spiritual principalities and it's against wickedness in high places. I'm aware of that as well. Race doesn't matter in that regard. However, until that demographic, that Anglo-Saxon American man and woman, uh, repents for their sins collectively, publicly, repent for their sins and offer compensation the same way they did that Japanese man. Same way the same way that they attempted to do with that Native American, that Native American that, you know, even those Native Americans are, they all black. Everything's black, and those Native Americans are mutts. The ones we see nowadays, you know, they're mutts. They're mutts. But just the same way that he's offered some solution to his sins with those people is the same thing he needs to do to us. But the reason he does not is because we are the most powerful. Uh, we are the God body on this planet. We are the reflection of God on this planet. And he knows when he repents, his time of supremacy and reign would be over. So it's kind of like the king, the fat ass, broke ass, dumbass king that's still in office, that's still in the throne and shit, but don't nobody want him there. But he knows as soon as he admits that he's been fucking up, it's gonna be it'll be good for him too. But as soon as he admits that, it's just like that movie. As soon as he admits that, it'll be time for him to leave. That's why they're not doing it. But that's why they also did that, is because they wanted to antagonize us to further police and control the truth. Because when we come out of our spell that we've been hypnotized and placed under, Black America, when we come out of that spell as a collective whole, and there's elements of us that are already doing that. You know, the lowest tier of us is the one that don't give a fuck about what I'm talking about and think what I'm talking about is some goofy shit. You feel me? They just worried about getting some money that ain't real, or fucking some bitches that ain't real, or just doing some low vibrational shit. That's the lowest tier of our people. So um we still got work to do. I don't have anything else, guys. I'll open the floor up for y'all for about a minute or so. Other than that, that's all I got. What you think? What do you think about JFK Jr.? Is he compromised? Of course he's compromised. You don't make it to that level without being compromised. Now, that is to say that the spirit of Christ consciousness does rest in the elite as well. It is not completely them against us. There is still some hope, but he is compromised. You don't get to that level without being compromised. Now, is he able to be righteous and still be compromised? That is something that I don't know yet. I'm not so familiar with JFK Jr.'s politics. All I do know is that he has a kind of like a ignorant rhetoric towards something. Was it towards none of these people? I don't think are for reparations. If you're not for reparations, I don't even think you should be allowed to be in office. How could you not be for a group of people being compensated who've been historically hunted? And I don't mean hunted like, just shot at. No, hunted. Like how we talked about earlier in the live, how they used to eat us. Yeah, hunted. How could you not want reparations for something like that? Um, so at this time, in my understanding, he is definitely compromised. Now, could he be used to spark some righteousness and stuff like that? Yeah, sure. But I don't trust anybody in this current administration. I think they're all devils. I think they all deserve exactly whatever the Most High has intended for them. I think they deserve that, and I hope and I wish it for them. I wish it for them. I promise I do. Nah, none of them are for reparations. Yeah, I didn't anticipate so. So yeah, none of them are for reparations. Uh, I just leave on this point too. The reason I didn't vote for Kamala or Trump, I voted for a gentleman from Cincinnati actually. This gentleman was Caucasian or Anglo-Saxon, so I don't have any problem with those people. I have a problem with the arrogant ones. The arrogant ones that don't want to say sorry. They need to die. But other than that, this gentleman, he was for transparency in the allocation of funds. So what does that mean? He was for us knowing exactly where our tax dollars go per district. Like we would see the money dollar per dollar, and we would know exactly what dollar is being used for that, what dollar is being used for the office cleanup in the government building, was what dollar is being used for the playground. Like we would know that. You feel me? I'm all for that. I was like, hell yeah, you got my vote, boy. He was also for the ending of the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve, is a private institution. It's not a government institution. That means these people can mark up interest rates as high as they fucking want because they're cunts. These are the same people. Before I leave, I'll just tell you a quick little story. So in the early 1900s, after World War I, there was a group of white rich men who came together, and they were basically like the Doom Squad. They wanted to form what's called an oligarchy, and they wanted to take control over the free world, and they basically wanted to make it uh uh like you know how they be in the movies where it's like everybody is worshiping these people and shit like that, and it's like a police state. They wanted to do that a long time ago. The Rockefellers wanted to do that. A member of the Bush family wanted to do that, and some other people. So all of these people, all of these characters, Bushes, Obamas, Clintons, his elder there, was there as well. All of these people have been their old bloodlines, bro. We've never had one real president, not one. We've never had one president that we've elected from us, the people, that wasn't a part of these demonic secret societies, that didn't take an oath, that didn't have something compromising about them. Even as good as a man as I think he was, President Carter, and I think he was probably the best white boy that we even had. But even him, he was compromised. All of them, all of them were compromised. We have not had one president. So I have to resurmise my point. Unc, I do believe you have a lot of intelligence. I believe you have a lot of information to give people. I'm not trying to negate you guys from going to listen or get information from Unc. All I can say is that point I highly disagree with. It doesn't make fucking sense, dude. How can you stop looking at something and then go away? What in life does that work? Where in life does that fucking work? If I have a cancer in my body, and if I don't do the proper steps to heal myself, if I just stop looking at it, does it go away or does it continue to spread? It continues to spread. I'll answer it for you. It continues to spread. So I don't understand how this cancer, this arrogant monkey man that treats my people as if we're the enemy, instead of mobilizing themselves and arming themselves and going into uh, every single district where these politicians have our money, where they have our funds, and just making sure that they do right by us. Instead of doing that, they mobilize against us. Yeah, I lost my point with that, but I don't see how to how we can stop looking at some shit. Yeah, I don't see how we can stop looking at some shit and it just go away. If I rob you every single day, or you know I'm gonna go in your pockets every single day, just because you stop looking my way, don't mean that I'm not gonna go in your pockets again. It just mean I'm gonna do it now with you not looking, nigga. This time you're not gonna be looking at me. You should look at me. You should look at me. You should. That way you know where I'm at, right? So we talked about a lot of different things today, class. I believe that the solution is to arm yourself to the teeth and police your neighborhoods. And you might think, but the police not gonna let us do that. If enough of us galvanize with each other and our whole community responds, yes, they will. They did it in Lincoln Heights, Ohio. Those cops were pussy. You know, they didn't arrest none of their own people. Those Nazis that were on the bridge, because they're Nazis. And they have that rhetoric. So that's the answer. Militarize yourself in your home, in your community. Militarize yourself. And this is only protection. This is not something radical. This is not something controversial. This is only protecting yourself, right? Y'all wouldn't just let me walk up to y'all house and bang on y'all door, and y'all wouldn't let me do that, right? So we shouldn't let that white boy do that anyway. That's what I'm saying. And the last point that I want to leave off of, that swastika that's been used for hatred. Let's just talk about briefly what it is. Let's talk about what it is. Let's talk about what a swastika is. The swastika is an ancient hooked cross symbol that originally represented good fortune, well-being, and auspiciousness in various ancient cultures. It was later appropriated by the Nazi Party in the 1930s. The Nazis twisted the symbol into a representation of Aryan white fascism, hate, and anti-Semitism. Again, so let's talk about Semitism real quick. The people that they were anti-Semitics against were not Semitic people. Those were Eastern European, Germans, Bulgarians that converted in the early to late 19th century, and they became Jews then. Those people have never, ever, ever been us, the real Jews. Those people have never, ever been, nor will they ever be Jews. They're Jewish. They're converts. So the anti-Semitism that they were facing, not saying that those European people didn't get tortured and stuff like that. I'm not saying that, but they were never Semitic to begin with. So how can you be anti-Semitic towards someone when those people aren't Semitic? So that's that. Um, the swastika is one of the oldest human symbols, with evidence dating back thousands of years to rock and cave paintings. It remains a deeply sacred symbol of good luck and prosperity in Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism. Jainism. The Navajo and the Hopi peoples use the symbol for various meanings, such as sacred whirling log or representing wandering clans. The symbol appeared in German and Viking cultures and was even used as a military insignia in some countries, including Finland. Yeah, so we just read the history about it. It's been around since time immemorial. All cultures knew about this symbol, so don't let these people take things that don't belong to them and twist it into something just like they do with everything. They twist it and pervert the truth into something that's not true. You know? So the truth is that we were here first. We've always been here. I have love in my heart, but I also have hate in my heart. I have hate in my heart for evil. I hate evil with a passion. I hate it so much that any evil that comes towards me, I intend with prejudice to kill. And that's how you should be too. Because we don't have time to play anymore. We don't have time to decide on how we're going to be anymore. We have time to, no, we have no time. The only time that we do have is whether or not you're going to pick up your switch or not. We have to rebuild the temple. We're in the book of Nehemiah currently. We are rebuilding the temple, and these people are laughing at us as we do so. So one hand will build, the other hand will hold the switch. One hand will build, one hand hold the switch. That's how we have to be right now. And that's what it is. That's what it is. Read a couple more of y'all comments and I'm out of here, y'all. I got a lot of questions for you, but I'll let you go. LOL. Yeah, you better ask him now, bro. Uh, tomorrow isn't promised. Abraham Lincoln was black. Yeah, he absolutely was black. That's why he's facing the east on a copper colored penny. It was actually used to insult the man, uh, being that the penny is the most worthless piece of monetary value that we have, and also that it was a copper color. It was meant to insult the man. So it was a Masonic insult, humiliation ritual to put him on the penny. It was a Masonic humiliation ritual. That's what y'all don't know. Yes, Abraham Lincoln was a Moorish man of descent, but he was a white passing Moor. So that's why he was allowed to take public office, because he was a white passing Moor. But it was also understood, if you knew the man, that he had Negroid features and he was of Negroid descent. That's what it was known. I got a lot of questions. Oh, yeah, that's true. I fuck with your channel. Definitely gonna be watching all your lives and videos. I appreciate it, bro. I'm you, bro. I'm you. I got a lot of questions for you, but I'll keep reading that shit. What you say? Was Walt Disney cosplaying as Hitler in all those old videos? I don't know. You gotta send me that. Y'all can hit me up on Instagram too. At Solarman 3Ns. You feel me? If you want to work on your platform, build your platform up too, you can book me. I'll fuck with you. You better get it while it's affordable. That's all I can tell you. But was Hitler cosplaying? What I can tell you is that these people do Hollywood and the CIA and all that shit is all one. It's not separate entities that these things are. So it's not far fetched that Walt Disney or any of these people would cosplay as each other. For example, I know I said I was going to end, but I'm I'm talking to y'all. For example, did y'all know that there were multiple Trumps? Did you know that Trump has multiple doubles? Did you know that he has at least three? I want you to pay attention to something. Colors mean something, right? So when he's wearing the red tie, that's him. When he's wearing the blue tie, that's not him. When he's wearing a different colored tie, that's not him. But the red one, actually, whichever one is the oldest and the most slow talking, that's him. Because the real Trump is incontinent, has syphilis, and is a very sick man. Incontinent. What does incontinent mean? Meaning he can't control his bowels. He wears a diaper at all times. He shits on himself constantly. That's why he be looking like this. That's why he be looking like that. Because he be shitting on himself. So just want y'all to know that. Just want y'all to And just I'm dead serious, bro. You be shitting on himself, bro. You be shitting on himself. And he was like 7 feet, 7 feet tall. He had different ties, different trumps. Yeah, for sure. I might have to do a whole live on that. I'ma end it off at 85. Man, I love y'all. Don't let these people trick y'all. Stay aware. That's the best thing to do. And if you want to do anything for your people, then become the best version of yourself. Because when you become the best version of yourself, you can get in front of your people and you can speak without fear or or being compromised. I'm completely in my body. I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of my people. I'm not afraid of those people. We're all one people. However, until different parts of our one body repents for how they treated other parts of the body, then we can never be unified. So I want y'all to know that it's all love with me, but also it has to be war too, because God is a spirit of love and war. So until I'm able to walk around and freely express my, not even freely express my, just exist without prejudice, like all men should, it's war. And that's what it is, bro. Love y'all. Peace.